So it's fantastic. And I was at an art exhibition in York the other night, York St John, and me and a few other poets were asked to do some poems in between people going around. And one of the exhibits inspired me, and I wrote this poem there and then. It's not that great, but it did come out of it. So it's called Catch. A line of verse is like a rod. I can reel you in with it. Bait the hook, fish and catch, draw and pull, then cut you free, leave in your mouth the taste and tear forever of me. Thank you. So, right. Shall I change my order a bit? You had an angel, so I've got a poem with an angel. Perhaps I don't know who your angel was. This is quite a well-known one. And the poem's called Virgin. How would I know? He said he was an angel, I told Mam. A likely tale, she said, scouring my sheets for red stains. But there was only one, round and yellow like gold. Told you daubing your eyes with that henna would get you into trouble, Mary. Joe believed me. Then he's been soft on me since we were small, playing pretend camel races out the back with the donkeys. Joe will stay with me to the finish line. Scary though, being told you're pregnant. And then all that Mother of God stuff. Terrifying. And how can I know? All I have is the word of an angel. Yet such a word flowing over me like silver rain. That's all I know that grows in me. All I can give birth to. Word. But still, there was that stain, glowing on the white sheet like a halo. But how can I know, me, a virgin? I had in mind that picture, that Rossetti picture of the Annunciation, where poor Mary looks petrified when Gabriel's there telling her the great tidings. Right, we can't keep politics out of it, can we? It's very hard to get away, so here's a sort of Brexity type poem. Sorry about this. The noes have it, and they can keep it. The yes-no of politics, of division that adds up to multiplication, of strife, subtraction of joy, and the most fractious of fractions. I'm done with a yes-no life of win and lose, in truth just lose, that allows no crossing of the house or the lines, that divides and never unites. Binary is the enemy of unity. Adversarial is not the only system, so don't give me your yes or your no. After all, I'm not effing proposing. Deluge me instead with your doubt, your furrowed brow of what the fuck. Seduce me with your nuance, your 50 shades of not quite sure, your loving declarations of I don't know. Then we can feel our way to each other through the dark and dialogue, meld together our words in poetry. Give me your humanity. Thank you. Not too bad. This is one, I've got elderly parents, and I know I'm very lucky that I've still got them. My dad turned 90 in July, my mum's 85, and these are a couple of poems about them. I've seemed to be writing all the time about mortality lately. Age catching up, I suppose. And this is about my mum. It's called Winter Nesting. I drive up outside and see a dart of red through the hedge. I want to have imagined it, but opening the gate reveals it's you. Early December is biting with the incisors of a husky dog, baring its teeth at Alaskan wind. But you are still in the garden. Our eyes do not meet as I walk the weed-free path. You are too intent on sweeping, teasing out autumn's cobwebs from under the wheels of a barrow that you whitewash every summer to house geraniums and marigolds. Today it nests only stumps of something you hope will return in spring. You should be inside, I say. You took that. Jobs need doing. Do they? For whom? For what? Admiration of your postman that you ensnare with glacier mints? Your milkman who besots you and you swear looks just like Elvis? Or is it for me? Fearing my pilgrimage each week might stop if there's muck by your door. So you toil in the cold, a bird-boned octogenarian in a red anorak, still doing those jobs that need doing, preferring to shiver busily than slouch indoors, watching Homes Under the Hammer, smashing out time. My robin redbreast mother, clutching to the eternal clean and tidy, so that not everything will be swept away. Thank you. And this is a short one I wrote for my dad, and it's kind of called Valediction Against Dylan Thomas. I think of Dylan Thomas saying, "Do not go gentle," and I think of that good night. Yet gentleness is etched through you like a seaside name on a stick of rock. It is the place where you always stay. So all I can say the most is, do not go. Thank you. Oh gosh, I'm quite well. And this is one I wrote about my best friend from school, who Mick has met a few times. And we grew up in West Leeds, in Bramley. I was born in Armley near the jail, and then not exactly moving up market to grow up in Bramley. But, you know, it's home for me, sort of, even though I now live in Harrogate, which feels a bit odd. But anyway, so it's called, we have these little reunions and we go back there every so often and find out that, you know, that little pub we used to like is now the latest haunt of the drug dealers. But, you know, never mind, we still try and have this, you know, explore our old memories of how it was. So back in Bramley. She and I walk the Ginnel by the churchyard, schoolgirls once more, 40 years on. We come together to squeeze out time between us, moving forward still. We pass wonky graves unsettled by movement, rain-sluiced sediment. The pious stone angel stands askew, but not yet fallen. We tread the gold autumn path, the same scent of old leaves and new beginnings as back then, starting our first term. So many ruled blank pages to be filled, so many notes waiting in the margins. We walk in the park, perch on swings, always wrecked in our day, which we left at 14 for assignations on the resi. There's that wall the Ganners lot backed us up against, till we kicked and legged it far enough away for fear to hide in giggles and a bag of chips with scraps. There's the bench where I stood up, crying over a boy whose name I've now lost, then came round to yours to play songs to muster our defiance. Suffragette City, swinging our hips, dancing out that none of it mattered. We'd get there. And we did. We have been here all the time, together, maidening our glory days, mothering our children, and now crowning our crowndom. September sunshine caresses our laughter-lined face. There is a silence beneath the scavenging breeze. Time to pause the music before the final dance. Thank you. Yeah, it's another getting old poem. Oh dear. Lost. 18 was meant to stay my age, not become my dress size. Time plays its tricksy tricks, the past becomes more present, but 2 minutes ago gets lost with all the dinosaurs and those pesky words that just won't come to me. Names always go AWOL, though I still know the Prime Minister. Not that I want to. I never asked for 2 chins. I'm not greedy. Or maybe the problem is I am. And although a bigger bust was always on the wish list, not down to my knees. Then there's always that older woman standing in my way whenever I look in the mirror, so I can never see myself anymore. But somewhere still, I'm there, through the looking glass, not down the rabbit hole. All that light and years past, in there with lost words and names, swirling together into the infinite, unrecognisable. Thank you. Yeah, they're all a bit like, I think it's this autumn, isn't it? Autumn gets you somehow remembering. It's got that feel about it, nostalgia and, things coming to an end. And it's my favourite season, but it has this tinge of sadness with it. Anyway, this is sort of, it's a sandy beach setting, but it's again in that theme. It's called Holy Grail. An abandoned castle fit for a fisher king. I halt. Think of the child who dug here with such intensity to craft and create, moulding its ramparts with patacake palms, whilst from behind it crept closer. Heave, sigh, each frothing wave, hungry to scoff its every molecule. The hands that gouged out its moat, like a magic circle of protection, believed in this stronghold, pressing pebbles as if pearls into turrets, dappling walls with seashells like stitches in a long ago tapestry. This was built for more than me, the stranger on the shore whose barefoot tramplings might in seconds deface its defences. Built for more even than the lick-whip ocean out to gulp it down. It was built in the certainty of creation, the moment when birthing into being was victory enough. Too soon it will dissolve into sea, thy high tide gone, no sign left for others coming to sculpt on naked newborn beach, sunbathed in another day. Yet once it stood in its own quicksand time, forever as Camelot. Thank you. And a final one, which is again kind of about reaching a certain age, and it's back to the art theme. It's called Mona Lisa Moment. Not just a certain smile, Francois Sagan's Gioconda gonna get your smile, galleried for eternity. It's a certain knowing at a certain age, a middle-aged spread of memories. From naked in a Hebridean cove to sluicing through Glasgow mud, from lovers to one love. From coracle through glowworm caves to sailing where albatross fly the gale. From mothered to mothering. Life lived, yet living. A smile of done, do and will do. A smile with a smattering of smug. A smile of still here. A smile of survival. Thank you.